guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have another hair tutorial for you, but it's going to be a troubleshooter's guide. So I'm going to be giving you a little more in-depth information as I style my hair and tips and tricks in case you're having troubles getting your hair to stand up or getting some directional, if your hair is directionally challenged here in the front, etc. So my very first YouTube video that I ever did was me styling this hair, and I just zoomed through it at my normal pace. And if you've not seen that video, I will link it down below, and you can see exactly how long this hairstyle takes me on a daily basis. But today I thought it would be helpful. Many of you have gotten this style of hair or you have had this style in the past and had difficulty styling it. So today I want to slow down a little bit and give you some extra tips and tricks along the way to help you out. So without further ado, let's get to styling my longer pixie cut. All right, so we're gonna start. I just towel dried my hair. Now I'm gonna comb it through. And as you can see in its natural state, you know, my hair just lays down right here. Is always the tricky part to get it to stand up. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to use some kind of a root boost. This is the Catwalk root boost. It's just a newer bottle than the one I used in my original video. Same brand though. And I'm just going to use this through the back of the hair. And as I put it in, I am concentrating it right at the root, but I'm also using my fingers to really pull that hair out and then work it through. And I just do it through the back sections of my hair, and it doesn't take a lot. And then through this top section, the crown of my hair, I like to put just a little bit there. Now this not only gives body, but it gives just a little bit of hold. So as we blow dry the hair, it's gonna help the hair stay in place better. The next thing I do is I do use the argan oil. Now if you have really fine hair or thin hair, you probably won't need the oil step. I use this oil because my hair is color treated, bleached. I have highlights that it just kind of dries it out, and the oil just gives it a really nice little bit of shine. But if you get too much oil, it can weigh your hair down and you will have trouble getting it to stick up and obey. So you want to be real careful not to apply too much oil. All right, so now we're going to go in with the blow dryer. So as I blow dry, I'm going to kind of try and talk you through this a little more than I did in my previous one. So as I blow dry, I'm really using my hands and my fingers to really help pull the hair in the direction that I want it to go. So on the sides, you'll see me pulling down and out. I have some natural curl right here. I also have some natural curl and cowlicks right here. I have a big time cowlick right here. So as I get to the back of the hair, I'm going to be pulling out the hair and holding the blow dryer right at the base. And then when I get to the crown of the hair, if you are really having a hard time getting this to stand up, not only am I still going to be doing that same technique, but when I get here, I'm going to rub the palm of my hand around in a circle and then pull up. So again, it's rubbing around and then pulling up. And what that does is it helps give a little added body to that section, and then again helps it stick up better and stay. So let's go ahead and get blow drying. And as you saw, I changed the temperature setting and the fan speed on the dryer at the end to the coolest setting on my dryer. And what that does is that helps lock in place kind of this initial styling that we did with the blow dryer. So as you can see, it's not perfectly, how we want it, but at least things are going in the right direction now. So now we are going to take our trusty flat iron. Now, the sides I like to flip out a little bit, and mine are a little bit short at the moment, but you can see mine naturally curve under, and I just like them flipped out. But this is where you can tuck behind your ears if you want to, if you like that look. But what I'm going to do is now I'm going to take the flat iron through those sections that have just a little weird curl or aren't quite as spiky as I want. So you can see like right here, kind of have some weird curl right here in my hair. I have those random waves, so they show up once my hair is dry. So, and then I'll take it through, we're gonna take it through the center section, and then I'm gonna give you some tips as far as what to do with this front section if it's still not obeying for you. So we're just gonna take this through the side here and around over the ear, and you wanna be just super careful here. And again, I like my sides a little bit flatter and then just to flip out a little bit. So, okay, and then through here, I'm just going to take sections, and I'm just taking random, you don't have to comb these sections out or anything. Just take your flat iron just quickly through them. You don't want to hold it on any section too long. And then I'm going to do the same thing here on this side. Okay, and now that I've gotten to the front, I am going to first do a kind of once under, just slowly pull through and kind of curl under. It's not really a curl, but I just want a soft edge rather than a straight through. If I pulled it straight through, we'd get kind of this really blunt end, and that's not what I want. So as I pull through, I'm going to just kind of curve under, but don't hold it there, otherwise you'll get a real deep curl. That's not what we want. Okay, and then for this section, I have just a weird cowlick in the front, and every day is different. So if you have cowlicks, you know what I mean. So generally what I will start off with is I will pull up kind of through and over, and then just kind of see how the hair lays. So again, I'm just gonna go right up to the scalp, and I'm just trying to give it a little extra body and help it kind of go the direction that it's supposed to go. Sometimes in the front here, it doesn't want to go this direction. Today it's not going too bad, but I'll show you another trick to help it stay to the side that it's supposed to. Okay. And then I'll just kind of, again, go through this top section and make sure that everything is kind of spiky and not curled under. And then right here at the sides, again, you can kind of see how my hair kind of like curls up, and then this side goes down. So I'll just take this through the back sections sometimes if I feel like it needs it, and just again pull out to the sides, because for me, this is the part of the haircut, one of the parts of the haircut that is slightly different than your traditional pixie cut. Normally in a traditional pixie cut, it's very tapered and tight right here at the nape of the neck. But for me, I just feel like that's too much face showing. So I like to have just a little bit of hair that it pulls out to the sides that I can spike out, and then from the front you can see just that little bit of hair peeking through. Okay, so now that I've got everything kind of in the direction I think I want it to go, I'm going to take now my ultimate favorite product, the Enjoy Dry Wax, and I've been asked why I like this so much. And two reasons. One is it is the only pomade that I've used, and I've used a lot, that does not make your hair greasy. If you've used pomades, you know what I mean. You can use the tiniest amount of other pomades and your hair just starts getting greasy and weighed down. This won't weigh it down, but I also love it because you can kind of reinvigorate this wax once it's on your hair, and I'll talk about this at the end, but if you sleep on your hair and it gets matted down, you can just take a blow dryer through the back of your hair and it re-emulsifies this product, making it pliable again, and then you can re-style your hair. So, all right, we are taking that. I took that on my hands. You really have to warm it up. It's pretty stiff. You can use the blow dryer to soften it if you need to. And I just working it through the back from the base of the neck up. And then I take what's left on the product and go through the front. If you start in the front, you're going to get too much product. So always work through the back. And then with what's left on your hands, you want to work it through the front here. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to give you a trick. If you feel like this front section is either not wanting to go the direction you want it, or it's just kind of too flat or anything like that, you need more body, what you're going to do is take some of that product on the tips of your fingers and you're going to go the opposite direction that you want it to be styled. And by the way, this is another way you can get a whole new look from your hair, is actually finish it and style it the other direction. But I'm not going to do that today. So then you comb it back, just rake it with your fingers. You don't want it to be completely neatly combed back, but we're just going to pull it back with our fingers. And as you can see, it gave me all this volume right here, and it helped my cowlick, in a weird sort of way, go the direction that it's supposed to go. Then I'm just going to take whatever's left on my fingers or my hands, and I'm just taking my fingers and I'm actually just grabbing sections of hair and making them look more piecey. And then same thing through the top here. I'm going to just grab sections and pull up, and you can also, I think I mentioned this in my last video, you can grab sections and twist if you need to, if you're having problems with it sticking up. Here in this back section, again, I'm going to grab sections and kind of pull out to either side. Okay, and then now is when I'm going to take a look at the back of the hair. So in this back section, same thing. I'm just going to make sure that the hair is generally, that there aren't any like spots where it's not sticking out. Okay, and then I feel like I need just a little more product, so I'm just going to take a tiny, tiny little bit, the tip of my finger, right through here. Okay, so then once you're pretty happy with how everything is going, we're gonna set this in place with hairspray. Now, if you're not a hairspray gal or guy, it's okay. You can totally skip hairspray, but your hair will kind of continue to move when you put your hands through it. So I like to just finish it off with some hairspray, and then it really truly locks your hairstyle in. So I'm going to go in with my wonderful Aussie Instant Freeze hairspray, and the key to this is short bursts in sections. So I'm going to start right here at the side, and then after I've sprayed that section, again, I'm going to use my fingers to make these little sections look more piecey. Same thing around the sides here. And then in the front section, grab my mirror. Do a few more sprays back here. I know that seems like a lot more than a few, right? But hey, I want my hair to stay. Okay, and that is it. So truly super easy. Hopefully by slowing down my styling, it helped kind of give you some more tips if you're struggling with your style. Now, the one thing I said that I was going to talk about at the end is what happens if you sleep on this, whether you lay down, take a nap. I mean, obviously the back of this hairdo is not conducive to laying down flat, right? All you have to do is if you lay down and take a nap, or you go to sleep and the next morning you need to get up and go, you don't want to wash your hair every day, you can just take your blow dryer and run your fingers back up. Any sections that have gotten flat, you can just again pull with your fingers, use your blow dryer on a low setting, and it will re-emulsify that wax. You shouldn't have to use any more wax. You might have to use some more hairspray, but it will kind of help retrain the direction of the hair so it doesn't look like you just took a nap or got out of bed. So I hope this video is helpful for you. Please ask any questions that you have in the comments section below. Also, I have another video coming up with more of a detailed visit with my hairstylist, and she's going to be talking about details as far as exactly how she cuts it, with which tools, how long each section is, if you have fine or thin hair, does this style work for you, etc. So that video will be coming up in probably 2 more videos to come, so stay tuned for that. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you as a subscriber. And if you like this video, if you like hair tutorials, click that like button below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.